All right, so today's cocktail is a little bit of like an accidental cocktail. And what I mean by that is like I didn't stumble upon this cocktail, and I don't know about it from, reading or reputation or bartender reputation. It literally stumbled upon me. So basically I was, a couple of years ago, I was just like bartending at Kohl's, minding my own business, and in walks this lady who sits at my bar and says, "Hey, can you make me a Ghost of Black's Beach?" And I was like, "What's a Ghost of Black's Beach? I don't think I know that drink." And then she was like, "Well, you wouldn't have known that drink because it's from this bar called the Cat Eye Club in San Diego, but you think you can make one?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know if I can make one because I don't know what's in it." And she was like, "Well, it's got Appleton 12 in it. It's got Velvet Falernum and Benedictine, a little bit of lemon juice." I was like, "Yeah, I got those things. I can make it." So what are the specifications? She gave me the specs. And then she was like, "You should taste it." So I was like, "I'm going to taste it." And I tasted it, and it was really pretty gosh darn good. I really liked it. And so I passed the recipe on to a couple of friends. My brother got the recipe. He really loved it. And it just kind of it became like a thing. So then I kind of did a deep dive on the name because I was like, this is named after a place, right? Black's Beach, the Ghost of Black's Beach.
I thought this story was going somewhere else. Or not somewhere else. I thought it was like going
actually, you know what's funny is that you're going to be very surprised when you find out where the story is actually going. But where did you think it was going to go?
Was she a ghost the whole time?
What?
Was she a ghost the whole time? Is that where it's going? No?
That's not where the story was going, no.
That would have been a very good story.
So the Ghost of Black's Beach is named after this place called Black's Beach in San Diego. And it kind of has this, it's very interesting sort of history. Short history. I didn't find that much on it, but what I did find was that it was named. So the beach was named after a family who owned a horse farm that overlooked the beach called the Black family. They eventually sold it to the California Department of Recreation, who then took it over in the 1970s, and then it had the distinction of being the only official nude beach in the country, which I thought was pretty interesting, and it's still. Swimwear, it's a swimwear optional beach now. But now the beach is split in half, and the Department of Recreation, or the California Department of Recreation, they control the north half of the beach, and then the south half of the beach is jointly controlled by San Diego and the Department of Recreation, but San Diego maintains that part. And then there's only, now there's a demarcation of where you can be nude. So it's not a fully nude, anything goes, 70s style beach anymore, which I thought was just kind of interesting. And it just kind of begs the question, is the ghost nude? I don't know.
How does ghosts even have clothes? I don't know.
How do ghosts have clothes?
How do the clothes
Well, they have the clothes that they died in, man.
Yeah, but how does that transfer over? I don't know. Weird.
Because ghosts are an impression. They're like a sound vibration or something. They're not they're projecting like a physical form. They're a projection of the past. So that's why they could have clothes on. But that's why sometimes they're like orbs of light or like a splotch of glob. I got to say that, my story was not as good as if I was like, and then she was a ghost, and then she vanished. Although I will say that there is a ghost at Kohl's, and I do have a picture of it.
Sure.
All right, I'm taking it. I will show you the picture, and we can put it up for everybody, and they can see it. And then they can decide whether or not it's a ghost. But you are a very skeptical man. I understand that. I didn't actually say what I was doing. This is 3/4 of an ounce of lemon juice. It's going in here. And then we're going to do just 3/8 of an ounce of Benedictine. And 3/8 of an ounce of Velvet Falernum, and then we're going to do 2 ounces of Appleton 12. I know exactly what you're saying. You're saying, can I use Appleton Signature? And to that I'll say, yes, you can use Appleton Signature. I'm just feeling a little fancy. This is what the drink originally called for. I'm going to put that down, and you can also use any other very flavorful Jamaican rum that you'd like. I also forgot to mention that Cat Eye Club was actually a tiki bar in San Diego, which makes sense for the drink that we're making. But what I really like about this drink is that it's not your typical tiki drink. It's like a very kind of pared down, modern, simple tiki affair. So just do a little skosh of crushed ice there, and then just give it a little whip shake. I was just thinking about this comment that somebody said about my shaking. They were like, that shake exemplifies, I think he was like stoic calm or something. And I thought that was hilarious. Oh, this tin.
Hey.
Look at that, all my cocktail. Man. I'm not even going to say whose channel that stuff like that happens on. That was like a bunch of my cocktail though. I don't know. You're not supposed to do that. My tin doesn't usually stick like that, but today it's been like crazy. I'm going to keep on going with this though, because you know what? It's okay. I'm just going to pack it up with a whole bunch of ice, taste the cocktail, and you know, when you're at home, just don't spill 3/4 of your cocktail all over the place.
It's very easy. I've done it.
I know you've done it. I know, but I have a lot of practice at this. I really shouldn't be doing stuff like that, but you know what? It happens to us all. I wanted to like get down in there. It's like my frozen pineapple fronds. There we go. Let's taste this bad boy.
Garnish hack.
Yeah, garnish hack, totally. Oh yeah, it's nice. You know what I really like about this too is that it's nice and tart and it's really well balanced. But you've got, you know, sort of the spice notes of the Benedictine, and so kind of like vanilla sort of spice notes of the Benedictine, and then, you know, that kind of like citrusy spice of the Falernum, you know, kind of playing into those really good, you know, Jamaican rum flavors that you get, you know, that nice like kind of like Jamaican funk. It's nice. It's almost a little bit bitter on the finish. It's really, really pleasing. And, you know, it's kind of nice. It's like your not your typical sort of, you know, very fruity tiki drink. It's something that's kind of more kind of deconstructed almost to a classic cocktail. I like it. I like it a lot. So there you have it with my nice Surfside sip, a little tiki Surfside sip. If you like this channel, please hit like and subscribe. Check us out on Patreon. Check out our YouTube subscriptions. Check out our Twitter, because I've been messing around on there a little bit. Go buy yourself a Staggeringly Good and type in Barfly SLG20 at checkout for 20% off on them. And I will see you guys on another time.